Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the BADOU Jack versus Marcus Brown Media Conference Call. Your host for today, Leonard Ellaby, CEO of Mayweather Productions, will now begin.
Hello.
Billy Leonard. Oh, there you go. Go ahead, Leonard.
Okay. Hi. Thank you. Thank you for everyone for joining the call today. Today's call, we're going to be talking with former two-division world champion BADOU Jack, and he'll be taking on undefeated former 2012 Olympian Marcus Brown, which will be a very, very exciting matchup, which will be the co-feature to Manny Pacquiao taking on Adrian BROWNE on January 19th. Lisa? Representing Showtime, we have on the call is Chris DeBaggio. Chris, would you like to say a few words?
Thanks, Leonard. Happy New Year to everybody, and thanks for being on the call today. On behalf of Steven Espinoza, who couldn't be with us, he's traveling on other business, I want to say from all of us at the network, we're proud to present this event. We have a 4-fight pay-per-view telecast with each matchup holding a unique significance in its own right. We have 2 world title fights on the pay-per-view. There's also a 12-round featherweight bout that's going to open up the show. And we have a main event that pits 2 of boxing's biggest stars in Manny Pacquiao and Adrian BROWNE in a really important 147-pound world title fight. But this bout, the co-feature here, this is an interim title fight between BADOU Jack and Marcus Brown. These are 2 fighters that have come of age on Showtime. Both began their careers, early in their careers, were featured on ShowBox, the new generation, against very tough opponents. And have fought on virtually every live boxing series that we have on the network. Showtime Boxing on Showtime Extreme, our special edition series, Showtime Championship Boxing, and of course on pay-per-view. This is Marcus Brown's 8th fight with Showtime, and this will be BADOU's 13th fight with us. So we're proud to have them back. They have a special place for all of us on the crew and on the team here at Showtime Sports, and for all of our viewers who have seen them develop their careers to this important moment. I think both men, again, speaking on behalf of Steven and our entire group, have something to prove on January 19th. This is a division that is now wide open, the light heavyweight division. There's a lot of fresh talent and a lot of people vying for the top spot. Both men deserve this shot, and this bout, along with the entire card, is a really terrific way to kick off 2019. We're excited. Just brief programming reminder regarding this event. All Access Pacquiao versus BROWNE will premiere this Friday at 10:30 on Showtime. It's a 3-part series covering the main event fighters as they prepare for the big fight. Episode 2 will premiere on Friday, January 11th at 9:30 p.m., and that'll be followed by our first ShowBox telecast of the year. Undefeated Devin Haney will be taking on a fellow undefeated Zolsani Ndonjeni in a lightweight bout in the main event from Louisiana. So with that, I'll turn it back to you, Leonard, and we'll get right to the fighters. Thanks for your time.
Yes, thank you, Chris. Again, as Chris touched on, this, in my eyes, this is an outstanding bout. This is a bout that the fans have kind of been talking about, for a while. These two have been going back and forth a little bit on social media. And again, what an outstanding co-feature to a great main event and an overall outstanding card. Talking a little bit about Marcus Brown, a very, very exciting young fighter, a former Olympian who's going to be looking to make a statement against a former two-division world champion in BADOU Jack. And I think that come fight night on January 19th, Marcus he's looking to not only make a statement, but just to come out from this particular fight with a great victory against BADOU Jack, opening himself up to fight anyone else that's out there, the top guys in the light heavyweight division. So without further ado, I like Marcus Brown. He comes to us with a 22-0 record with 16 big KOs from Staten Island, New York. Marcus, would you like to say a few words?
Happy New Year, everybody. I'm honored. I'm ready. I'm working hard, worked hard my whole career for this point. And BADOU Jack, a respectable guy, 2-time world champion. But come January 19th, we bringing the whole kitchen and everything else with it. So, I mean, I'm ready to take care of business. I know he know what's coming to him. And I really ain't really got too much to say. I want to let my hands do the talking. I'm not a brashy, braggadocious kind of guy. Neither is he, from what it looks like. But, you know, at the end of the day, this fight, you know, had to have been made. It was one of the easiest fights to be made in the light heavyweight division with Floyd and Al. And, you know, so, you know, respectably, you know, I appreciate you for, you know, signing the contract and being a man and stepping up. But, you know, come January 19th, you got hell, you got fury, you got everything coming to you. This ain't no Anthony Durrell. This ain't no washed up George Grove that got beat up by Carl Frost twice. This ain't no old Adonis Stevenson. This ain't no Nathan Cleverly. This is Marcus Brown, my brother. So make sure you're ready, because I know I'm ready.
Well, thank you, Marcus. Moving on to former two-division world champion, can't say enough great things about BADOU Jack. He's a guy that's always willing to take on the best that's out there. This is a fight that he asked for, and it's a fight that I think that Marcus Brown, his style will make for a very, very exciting fight. BADOU's used to fighting any and every different style, again, it's a fight that he's really, really looking forward to. So without further ado, former two-division world champion, none other than BADOU Jack.
Hey, how's everybody doing? You know, I'm excited for this fight. I'm always in the gym, always working hard. So, you know, I don't have to say that I'm ready. I'm always ready. So, yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. You know, the young, hungry guy got something to prove. You know, I've been there. I've been battle tested. I fought the best. You know, I don't have to brag about what I've done. So, I mean, This is the best guy available, and you know, gonna have some fun. It might look easy from the outside, but it's a little different when you step up to world class, you know, competition. So we'll see what happens.
Trust me, I know it ain't easy, and I'm working like I never worked before in my life. So trust me, I know it ain't easy. And you can say what you want from the outside. Come January 19th, you're gonna see. So keep it up.
Good stuff. Okay, BADOU, did you want to say anything else?
I mean, I let my hands do the talking. Everybody know me.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
We'll see fight night. Like it. You
Trust
know,
me, we will.
All of my opponents, they always talk. You know, I'm usually always the underdog.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet on the side?
Everybody after the fight, they go,
how much you want to bet on the side? How much do you want to bet on the side? 50, 100?
I'm a Muslim. I'm a Muslim. I don't bet. I don't do no betting.
Oh, you're a Muslim? You don't bet? I apologize.
All right.
Okay,
What's the
guys.
question?
Yes, we'd like to open it up to questions for the
ladies
media.
and gentlemen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions at this time, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. Again, if you have any questions at this time, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. And I'm waiting for callers to join the queue at this present time. Yes, and our first question is going to come from Keith Eidick from theboxingscene.com. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you. A healthy and happy New Year to everyone on the call. BADOU, I was just wondering if you could maybe talk about your experience level at the top level. And I know obviously Marcus has fought a couple of decent fighters as well. But maybe do you feel you're more prepared for this type of fight than Marcus is because of the level of opposition that you fought?
I mean, to have experience against great fighters, of course, is going to play a major role in big fights. But you know, in boxing, anything can happen. So, you know, I'm very confident. I'm ready, and you know, I've been waiting. I haven't fought since May. So I'm definitely ready. I'm really hungry. So experience is a major key, of course.
Marcus obviously has very fast hands. He's a strong guy. What do you think of him just overall as a fighter?
I mean, the little that I've seen, he's athletic. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter.
Marcus, what do you think of BADOU Jack and maybe his level of experience against top guys?
His level of experience, most of his fights has been at 168. He only fought at light heavyweight twice. Nathan Cleverly washed. Adonis Stevenson, old man. He's a very strong-minded, hungry, great champion, of course. But come January 19th, he didn't fight nobody like me. Plain and simple. I'm not James DeGale. This is the light heavyweight division. You fighting a real light heavyweight and a young, strong light heavyweight. So we'll see come January 19th, like you said.
Marcus, I'm not sure how closely you watched the fight, but when he fought Adonis Stevenson back in May, who did you think won?
I didn't watch it to see who won, and honestly, I really didn't care. I don't care who won, as long as it didn't matter to me who won. But it was a good fight. He started off slow, picked it up towards the end, still couldn't get him out of there. So I mean, good fight.
Thank you, Marcus. I have a question for both guys as well. Obviously, what happened to Adonis last month is a reminder of how brutal this business is. I was just wondering, BADOU, having shared the ring with him, what your thoughts are on what happened to Adonis and maybe how he's recovered so far. And Marcus, I know you didn't fight him, but if also you could speak to that as well.
Well, I mean, I was very emotional about it, because I've been in the ring with him. And my last fight, and he took a lot of punishment in that fight. He was stumbling around in the hotel after the fight. Everybody said he really took a beating. So I mean, it's sad, but this is what we signed up for. But I've been praying for him, since this thing happened, and I'm glad he woke up, and hopefully he can recover. It's a business. It's nothing personal. This is just business. We try to feed our families, and hopefully he can back to normal so he can enjoy his family and his kids and everything. He just had a daughter right before the fight, so it's sad, but God willing, he'll come back to normal.
Thank you, BADOU. Marcus, could you speak on that as well?
It's a sad and unfortunate situation, but this is what we signed up for when we signed the dotted line, getting in that ring. That's the risk that we all take as fighters, and I feel bad, for him, but hopefully, he comes out of it, with all his faculties and, so he could be able to enjoy his family, like BADOU said. And most importantly, he's older. He's an older fighter, you know what I'm saying? And Father Time caught up with him. I heard he was going through a lot of things outside of the ring, so, maybe that was part of the reason, but hopefully he'll be all right, man.
Thank you, guys.
Our next question is going to come from Carlos Toro from Fightful. Please go ahead.
Thank you, everybody, and Happy New Year to everybody on the call. First question for BADOU. Obviously your resume is impeccable, but given how some of your last few fights, mainly the draw against Adonis Stevenson and James DeGale, ended in a draw, are you now at the point where you kind of feel that you have to enter each fight with the objective of taking the judges out of the results so that there's no doubt that you are the clear winner?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really complain to the judges. I mean, in all those fights, I landed more than 100 more punches than my opponent. And most of them, this is sad, but most of them are not the same fighter after I fight them. So, I mean, I just gotta, make a statement. They're not gonna do me no favor. So, it's a boxing business. You gotta do the best of, the situation.
Obviously, this is for the interim WBA title, and if you win, would you welcome a fight against the full world champion, Dimitri Bivol, since he really is not with any network right now. It's kind of a free agent in that regard since HBO folded its boxing franchise.
Yeah, I mean that's the fight that I really wanted, but right now I'm focusing on Marcus Brown. That's all my focus is. So you can't overlook a young guy like him. So I know other fighters than him right now.
And I'll speak on that. This is Leonard. If BADOU is victorious in this fight against Marcus Brown, he's willing to fight any of the light heavyweight champions out there, any of them.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Leonard, for kind of chiming in. A question for Marcus. You know, obviously you're this top contender. You've knocked out most of your opponents in very, very quick fashion. I know your last fight against Lennon Castillo went the full 10 rounds, but BADOU's kind of a step above pretty much all your previous opponents. So have you made any adjustments in camp to ensure that you're able to go a full 12 rounds against a guy like BADOU, Jack? Or has training camp been more or less the same as your previous fight?
Did we lose him, Lisa?
Possibly. Let me kind of get him back. Carlos, do you have any other questions for BADOU while I do that?
BADOU, just real quick. Obviously, if you look at the rankings for all the governing bodies, you know, it's you and Marcus at 1 and 2, and obviously some people may thought that you won the fight against Adonis Stevenson and you've already won a title at 175 pounds. Would you say that the winner of this fight can make the claim that they are the best light heavyweight boxer in the world?
I mean, I don't know. Like there are 4 champions that are ahead of Marcus Brown. So just me beating him doesn't really make me number one. I think I thought I would beat Stevenson and he was the lineal champion, but I don't really focus on that. I'm focusing on winning my fight, and whoever thinks that I'm the best and this and that, pound for pound, that I'm not focusing on that. I'm focusing on winning. Whatever, all the other stuff is just bonus.
All right, thank you, BADOU.
Thank you.
Let's take the next question and we can go back when we get Marcus back on the line.
Our next question is going to come from Nestor Gibbs from the BoxingVoice.com. Please go ahead.
Okay, what's your name?
BADOU, how are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Thank you for being here. Just want to say, do you feel that you will be able to get up the way you normally would for a fight, being as though that Marcus isn't one of the champions that we mentioned?
Yeah, I mean that comes with experience to like be ready whenever. It don't matter if it's the champion or if it's a contender or whatever. You gotta fight. You gotta train like every fight is a world title fight or the toughest fight of your life. So my motivation is never a problem.
And for Leonard, I heard you say that after this fight, if BADOU is victorious, he's willing to fight all the champions. Now, do those fights, are they proposed on Showtime or BADOU's network, or is he able to go out and seek those champions on their respective networks?
We're willing to listen and entertain any offers that are out there. Obviously, BADOU has a very tough fight ahead of him in Marcus Brown, and obviously that's
right.
What it is.
Right.
And, he's got to get by Marcus Brown first before considering anything else. But to answer your question, willing to listen to any offers that are out there if he's able to get past Marcus Brown.
And also, just to let you know, Marcus.
Yeah. Marcus, are you there?
Yes. So Marcus is on the line as well now?
Yes.
Yeah, my call dropped. Apologize. Marcus, how are you? So for BADOU, he said out loud, like, that's who I wanted when, someone mentioned Dimitri Bivol. How badly did you have your mind set on BADOU? Was this your only option?
At the
a couple months ago, all the other guys were busy. He was the only guy who wasn't. So, I mean, and it was one of the easiest fights to make since, we have, basically the same promoters. So, I guess I have no picks in this game, it really don't matter to me who I fight, but, so. And I'm tired of sitting around. I'm tired of sitting around not being active. I like to actually be in the ring.
From hearing you on this call, you sound extremely confident in this fight. Is there anything that you see in BADOU that's giving you that, or is it, like you said, the frustration of not being active, not being able to prove who Marcus Browne is in this division?
Nah, no frustration, and I don't see anything. He's a tough fighter. He's not no easy fighter. He's not no walkovers. You know what I'm saying? Super tough, super gritty, super headstrong. So there's nothing that I see. It's just he was just a guy who wasn't busy, and I wasn't busy. We're in the same weight division. He's a light heavyweight. I am. He's a two-time world champion. He really didn't lose his belt. He gave it up to fight for the belt to get a draw. So he's still a champion basically. So I mean, I don't see nothing. All I see is a champion, a guy who's ready and willing to fight, and so am I. It's a business.
My last one is, do you feel that it would be easy for you to get a fight after this if you were able to beat BADOU because of who he is and what he's considered in the division, being as though this fight doesn't come attached with a full title? Some of the other champions may decide not to give you any action because of this particular win.
I'm not overlooking him. We're focused on him. I'm not worried about fighting no other champions. All I'm worried about is fighting BADOU Jack come January 19th, and after that we could discuss whatever. But until then, all I'm worried about is talking about fighting BADOU Jack at the MGM Grand on January 19th in Las Vegas. That's about it.
Okay, well, our next question is going to come from Steve Kim from ESPN.com. Please go ahead.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Leonard, quick question here. Hope you're having a good New Year's. Looking at the WBA and WBC ratings, BADOU and Marcus were both 1 and 2. Is there a particular reason why you went with the WBA route for this fight in terms of the interim title?
No, not necessarily. Again, as you just mentioned, both of these guys are highly ranked across the board. So it wasn't difficult at all. And from the BADOU perspective, again, he's always willing and ready and basically available to fight any of these guys. He has a tough fight against Marcus Browne, and the WBA interim title, the fight is for, and we'll move on from there.
Mm-hmm. BADOU, quick question. Should you beat Marcus Browne, would it be your preference to go directly into a B-ball fight, or would you like to explore another possibility?
I mean, it's a lot of big names. So, I mean, it's Kovalev and Alvarez. They fight 2 weeks after me, so let's see what happens. But like I said, I'm focusing on what's in front of me. But I'm willing to fight any one of the champions, and who I prefer is the one that pay me the most. If they all pay me the same, probably Bebo. But like I said, Marcus Browne is first. That's it.
Now, one more question for you, BADOU. What did you think of B-Ball's last couple of performances where he went the distance with older veterans?
I mean, I think he's a good fighter. I think he's a good boxer, athletic. I have nothing. Everybody say, "Oh, he could have knocked this guy." Yeah, but this is not, easy opponents either. What's the name? Shalamba is a tough guy. Pascal is a tough guy. It's not easy to knock everybody out. That's the thing. When people when you fight world-class fighters, or maybe they little past their prime, but still, it's a different story when you fight veterans and tougher guys than you when you're a prospect and you fight, opponents that you're supposed to knock out. It's a different story. That's why my last 6 fights has been against world champions. It's a little harder to knock guys like that out. But I think he won every round, most of the rounds against them anyway. So, I mean, I think he's a good fighter.
Marcus, quick question for you in the same vein. Should you beat BADOU Jack, is it your wish to go directly into B-Ball, or would you like to explore other possibilities?
This is prize fighting. So whoever got the biggest prize, that's who I want to fight. But yeah, that's whatever makes the most dollars makes the most sense to me at this point in my career. And that's where I'm at with it. But I'm not looking past BADOU Jack. He's not a guy to be overlooked in no right. So I'm not gonna sit here and talk about 10 months ahead when I got the biggest fight of my life in 17 days.
Mm-hmm. Marcus, last question for you before I sign off here. Just want to get your personal opinion. Leaving you out of it, with Gavozic, Bivol, Beterbiev, and Eleider Alvarez, who do you think is the best light heavyweight in the world out of those four?
Marcus Brown.
Okay, how about leaving you out of it, though?
I ain't leaving me out of it because I don't care who's the best light heavyweight because you're talking to one right now.
Okay, all right, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right.
Our next question is going to come from Carlos Toro from Fightful. Please go ahead.
Hi, guys. Just wanted to get my questions in for Marcus since he dropped off earlier. Marcus, given how both of your fights since 2015, or last few years really, ended pretty quickly, are you making any adjustments in camp to ensure that you're able to go a full 12 rounds against a guy like BADOU Jack?
That's for me to work on and for you to see come January 19th. End of the day, I know the type of fighter he is. We know he's a workman type of fighter, and we're prepared for that. We got great sparring. Got some great sparring partners. So come January 19th, you'll see if I'm in shape or not.
You've been, now you're getting a co-main event spot of a major pay-per-view, and you got to look at that as a sign that, in the eyes of many boxing fans, you're finally a real player at 175 pounds. Or do you still kind of feel like you need that win over BADOU Jack to sort of make a true statement to all the boxing fans out there that you do belong in that elite echelon of fighters at 175 pounds?
Shit. Excuse my French, but I need my win against every fighter I step in the ring with. No fighter is going to define my legacy as a fighter coming up. At the end of the day, this is all a part of God's plan, and it's already written. And I'm just here, living out my dream and just, taking it one day and one step at a time, one fight at a time. So BADOU Jack is not going to define my legacy and whether I'm a player or not in the light heavyweight division. Just, my performance in this fight will.
All right. Thank you, Marcus, and best of luck on January 19th.
Thank you. God bless.
Our last question is going to come from Lim Satterfield from theboxingscene.com. Please go ahead.
Hey, guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Leonard, and everybody on the call. BADOU Jack, I have two questions for you and then one for Marcus. BADOU, you mentioned your experience, the fact that you fought 6 world champions in your last 6 fights, and but also you said you wanted to make a statement. What advantage does your experience give you against a guy like Marcus Brown with all his skills? And also, when you say you want to make a statement, does that mean that you don't want to leave it in the hands of the judges and that you do want to get a knockout?
I mean, of course, I don't want to leave it in the hands of the judges. You should never, if you're a fighter, you should never want to go the distance. But if you're a real fighter, my experience, I mean, every fight is a different fight, so you never know. But all I know is I've been there before. I know what it takes. I know I've been on a bunch of pay-per-view cards. I know what it takes in front of those lights and everything. So I mean, and to be in tough fights. When it's really getting down to a 50-50 fight, when you're in a tough fight, I know what it takes.
Do you feel like when you say you want to make a statement, do you feel like you want to get a stoppage? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm listening to my corner and the game plan. Of course, I want a knockout. If it don't come, it don't come. But I'll show you January 19th what I'm about.
Thank you. And Marcus, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Lem. How you doing, brother?
I'm blessed. So you really stoked up for this fight. Obviously, this is a big, probably your toughest, most, high-profile opponent. You are fighting in Las Vegas. He is, a Las Vegas resident, and this is a, Mayweather promotion. Do you feel any pressure to get the knockout, win every single round, and in that way make a statement and not leave it in the hands of the judges? In other words, are you concerned about winning the decision?
No, Lam. I'm not concerned about nothing at all. End of the day, we know what we're working for. If a knockout comes, it comes. But if not, we win in every round, and that's that. I'm not here to lose rounds, and that's about it. But I'm not concerned about what the judges doing, about it being a Floyd Mayweather promoted card in Vegas. We already know what type of time it is already. So, you should know how we coming. I'm not looking for no knockout. I'm just looking to box smart, do what I do, and implement the game plan, and systematically break him down.
Guys, thank you so much, and good luck in the fight.
Thank you, Lam. God bless, bro.
All right, you too.
That was the last question for today.
Okay. We would like to thank everyone for joining the call. We're 17 days away. Again, this is a great matchup. Outstanding co-feature to Manny Pacquiao taking on Adrian BROWNE on 19 January. And I guarantee you, this fight here will be probably the best fight on the card. Both of these guys will be looking to steal the show. And, again, it's a very, very outstanding matchup, and we're very excited. Thank you, everyone, for joining the call.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining. You may all disconnect and have a great day.